Thanks. You guys have a good Christmas? I had a great Christmas. I love Christmas, everything about it. It's amazing. I even love Christmas music. I love Christmas music. One song, though, that bothers me all the time is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I don't know why, but like the way it starts, I guess, it goes, you know, Dancer and Dasher and Prancer and Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, Blitzen. But do you recall the most famous reindeer of all? So that's basically saying, we all know these 8 reindeer, like everyone in the world knows. Do you happen to remember that super famous one with all the music and movies named after him? Any recollection at all? Like, you know Jermaine and Jackie and Tito. Do you remember Michael Jackson at all? Does he ring a bell? No? Okay. Just checking. Like, I spent Christmas with my family, and a lot of them, since I just, yeah, there they are right there. You never guess who they are. But so they were asking me a lot of questions about comedy, like, you know, where do you come up with stuff, how do you write stuff? And I just carry on this little notebook, like at all times, basically. Anytime I have an idea, basically, I write it down. And then, see if I can turn it into a joke, anything at all. I even keep it by my bed when I sleep, just in case. Like, I wake up in the middle of the night, have an idea, write it down, then try to make sense of it in the morning. And the other day, I woke up to Qdoba Gooding Jr. And you may say, like, that's not even a joke. And I agree with you. But it's still, like, the best thing he's been in 15 years, so I like to tell it as, like, a favor to him. I ran into a friend recently who I hadn't seen in a while. So I asked how he was doing, and he said he was doing well, but he actually was recovering from being a hardcore heroin addict. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I'm happy you're doing well, but in my head, all I could think is, why did he say hardcore? Like, if you'd just been like, I'm a recovering heroin addict, I'm like, hold on, let me stop you right there, friend. What are we talking, hardcore, softcore? Because I'm not going to listen to this story from a damn amateur. Like, there are casual heroin users out there? People are like, you know me, man, just when I have a couple beers, I like to do heroin. Or I had a really long week at work, so I go home, lit some candles, draw a bath, load my needle, tie off my arm, and do heroin. Seems really aggressive. But I don't do drugs myself. I don't do drugs. I like drinking, though. I enjoy drinking. The only thing I don't like about drinking is nights always kind of end the same way. You like end up eating something unhealthy, fast food, drive-through. I just wish once it was like, dude, I just got hammered last night and went home, made myself this kale and quinoa salad, just fucking drenched it in low-carb vinaigrette. Took this hummus with just raw vegetables, just going to town on it. Oh yeah, it was organic. I said I was hammered, not a monster. And speaking of drinking, I hate my job. No, hate is a strong word. I don't hate my job. I just feel like I'm kind of like stuck in a rut, like kind of just stuck. I actually feel like I'm in a pyramid scheme, to be honest, like a giant pyramid scheme. I work at the Luxor, and I have a lot of downtime at work, so I spend a lot of time online, and the other day I went to one of those sites where you can see where all the registered sex offenders are in your area. And like it was pretty staggering, like definitely surprised me. I was like, man, why would so many people register to be a sex offender? Like, I'm not even registered to vote. Like, I don't want to be known as a Democrat or Republican. These people are like filling out forms to be known as a child molester. I'm like I would have skipped that paperwork personally. You ever have someone take a story that like wasn't racist, but then the way they told it, it actually made it racist? Like, I work with this guy, and it was a very basic story, but he started off, he was just like, I was in the grocery store, I was going down one of the aisles, and then these 2 black guys came up, and I was like, wait, why are you whispering black guys? Like, we're allowed to say that. Like, that's okay. Wait, are we throwing them a surprise party? Because, like, if that's the case, like, I totally get it. Don't even, like, that makes sense. Like, but, like, thank you for letting me know you're racist. Like, I really, really appreciate that. Let's see, I'm a single guy. And I have a lot of friends who talk about, like, one-night stands. Like, that's a thing to talk about. And I guess it's never been, like, for me. Like, it's just not my style, Like, I've always had 2-night stands, like, one on each side of the bed. Like, I put a lamp on each one. Like, my bedside storage space is, like, doubled, basically. So it really comes in handy. But, like, yeah, I'm single. My last relationship lasted, I guess, about 3 months, which was 2 or 3 months longer than it should have. Like, she was a sweet girl, don't get me wrong. She was nice and everything, but we just didn't have that spark, that chemistry. But she did have a Tempur-Pedic bed. I don't know if you guys have slept in a Tempur-Pedic bed. It supports you in ways a woman never could. And like, it's actually true. Like, I wanted to buy that bed afterwards, so I went to like a mattress store. And it made me notice, like, have you ever been to a mattress store that wasn't having its grand opening or going out of business sale? Like, why is the mattress marketplace so volatile? I don't understand that at all. But being single, you know, sometimes I have to watch pornography, which is very strange to say in a room with 4 of my sisters in it. But I'm at the right age, like where the internet wasn't always available. You know, like when I was a kid, porn was Sears catalogs and imagination. But I remember one time, actually, like me and my friends were out playing in the woods, and we found a Playboy. Like, and it was all like waterlogged and dirty. We were still like so excited, just could not believe it. We're like, oh my God, we found a Playboy. And I just remember thinking, like, what are the odds, you know, you find this? It turns out pretty good, because like as I got older, every friend had a story about finding porn somewhere in nature. Like, yeah, we were playing in the woods, we were in the desert, like whatever it was. Who's this humanitarian just littering the nation with porn? So that guy deserves like a holiday, or at least a brand of lotion or Kleenex named after him. I also like video games. I know what you're thinking, porn, video games, how is he single? But I like these video games now where you can kind of choose if you want to be good or evil, and then the gameplay kind of adjusts accordingly. I think that's pretty cool and innovative. But also could be useful. Like we put those in elementary schools, middle schools. Because if you're like 10 years old and your first reaction in turning on one of those games is to just start murdering innocent villagers and children, like burning things to the ground and taking over the world, like you're probably a sociopath. We should help you out right away. Like I killed one by accident once, like a regular character, and I felt so bad. Like I married his widow, like raised his kid, did a lot of farming work. It really kind of took some of the fun out of the game, but I'm responsible. So hearing this, anyone believe in ghosts? Anyone had any supernatural experiences at all? My family helps me out again. All right, awesome. I don't know. I have never had the experience, so I don't really believe it myself. But I've had tons of friends who believe this, and a lot of them use the logic. Like millions of people have these experiences every year. Millions of people can't be wrong. Really? Nickelback's last album went double platinum. The Kardashians have 4 TV shows. Some of you didn't laugh at these jokes. My point is, people are wrong all the time. All right, that's it for me, guys. Thank you very much.